Hello, I wanted to make this video so that you can see my expressions as well as hear my voice when I make this video. This video is intended for all of my co-administrators in RateCall.com. That includes Sigafu, Papa Bear, Angelazinha, De Castro, Wakas Assad. You're my only 5 co-admins. Okay, and you're the only ones that are going to have access to the video apart from my YouTube community. This video I wanted to make because you guys are my top 5: Sigafu, Papa Bear, Angelazinha, De Castro, and Wakas Assad. You're the only co-admins. You are right below the official representatives of the program. Understand? And lately there's a lot of issues going on, and I'm going in very detailed information. I'm going to explain what the problem is and how we can fix it. To begin with, it seems that you guys are not communicating. Now, the fact that you're all co-admins means that I trust you. It means that you have your position for a reason. Okay? You're not just anybody. You're in charge of the raid call community. You have the privilege to manage a huge community of gamers. You should be proud of that. And I wanted to specifically talk about an incident that happened today. Not that this is the biggest mistake, or even if you want to call it mistake or not. My first message goes to Papa Bear. Papa Bear, you know that before we worked in the same program, paultalk.com. And at the beginning, I wanted to make raid calls, rules, and policies and terms, especially in the volunteer management, to be like Paul Talk system. I've come to the realization that raid call is not Paul Talk. Still, I still keep the spirit of Paul Talk in raid call a little bit. I know at the beginning I said I wanted raid call just to be ran just like Paul Talk. And it's not your fault of what happened today, where you removed Felipe and the other Cachorro and the other guy. You removed them from being raid call helpers. That's fine, because you didn't know. And as far as you knew, I had told you that to be able to be a raid call help rank, you had to speak English. However, I decided by myself, and I didn't tell anyone, that anyone with the raid call help rank and above will get channel adminship. Channel adminship in all the channels. Right? And the raid call support and co-admin would get server adminship. Channel adminship, server adminship. And I understand it's not your fault. You just went by what I told you. But there was miscommunication. Co-admins should be a family. The volunteer team should be a family. You guys are the head of the volunteer team. Okay? You run it. You promote people. You remove people. You recruit people. Why are we not communicating? Why? We're having flaws. We're having issues. It's not a clean wave. We're having issues between one another, almost like an authority power trip. This is what I want all of you to know. If my co-admins cannot get together, I have to get rid of some, and I don't want to do that, because my policy was that Once a co-admin, always a co-admin. You're not going to be at the highest rank of authority and then all of a sudden be nothing, because that's going to make you quit the program altogether. You got used to being able to manage, and now you're being managed if you lose your position. So I want you guys to relate a little more. I understand that I also said that only co-admins would only become a co-admin if they spoke at least English or another language, bilinguals. I understand that. However, it is impossible for me to find Brazilian, Portuguese, and English speakers to manage the Brazilian. My Portuguese is not very good. I speak basic Portuguese. Hmm? So, it is better to have a Portuguese co-admin to manage the Portuguese community rather than to have none at all and puts extra works on my shoulders. You understand? So, the reason why I made De Castro and Angela Zinha co-admins is because they are able to do what they're doing. They're able to manage the Portuguese Brazilian community. They do it well. Okay? Now, every co-admin has their ways of dealing with issues. However, I have set strict policies on what you can and cannot do as a co-admin. Understand? So even though there's a boundary of what you can and cannot do, some people are stepping out of their jurisdiction. And, you know, I'm not getting notified of removals. I've had several conferences where I had all 20 of you with all 5 co-admins, a whole bunch of raid call hosts, raid call helpers, and raid call supports, along with all the other ranks. I had a conference. I know that the time difference is huge. I understand also that it's almost impossible because we're in different time zones to come together. It's nighttime here, daytime there, morning time there, evening time there. I understand. It is better to have at least. You see, De Castro speaks Spanish. I speak Spanish. De Castro speaks Portuguese. I speak little Portuguese. If I'm able to communicate with that co-admin in another language, that's perfectly fine. You see, that is why the Portuguese co-admins are only allowed to manage the Brazilian Portuguese community. They cannot step out of that jurisdiction only in case of an emergency. However, the co-admin that speaks English or another language becomes a global co-admin. You see? So, I want the disputes to end, because when it comes to my co-admins, I do not play games. If the issue escalates that high, there's an issue. And I don't like issues between the top 5. I don't. And if the issue doesn't get fixed amongst yourselves, I will step in and I will fix it myself. You see? I don't want to do that because I love you guys. That's why you are what you are now. Co-administrators of the whole program. You see? So I want to keep that trust. And Papa Bear, I just want to say this. I'm starting to think differently about the way I manage the program, the policies, the terms, and the volunteers. It's my fault because I don't let you guys know what I change. Talk to Sigafu. Okay? Sigafu is more than a co-admin, he's the community manager's assistant. Okay? He's my assistant. So if you have any questions, ask yourselves. Let's go to Sigafu. Sigafu knows what I would do if I'm not there. He knows what needs to be done. My time is up, and I hope that the issues really do stop. I don't like it. I don't like it when we have issues, okay? Let's 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 be a family. Be a family. And from now on, I'm going to start making videos and posting them on the administration staff section, because I don't like to type too much. I like to get, you know, give you the feeling that I'm watching you. So let's just be a family, okay? And with that said, I'm going to end this video and I'm going to make another one explaining other things.